So hello and welcome to the Firestorm Squadron Firecast. My name is Nick, aka Welshie. Today I have got a recording of a game from a couple of weeks ago in Firestorm Cards in Basingstoke. This game is between Phil GC and Callum. So I just want to check that I've got some settings correct. Yep, there we go. So I can do that. So, I've set up the list previously. I have got the overlay running. I am going to attempt to keep that up to date. I myself can hear the audio from the game. I'm going to keep that quiet because of some various things that are happening in the room. And I said that would be the case when I spoke to the players. So, that's what we're doing. So please, again, if you do like the channel, please share it on the various mediums, Facebook, YouTube. I am streaming there. I should be able to see some chat. If you guys pop any messages in chat, let me know there. I can see there is at least one person watching. And I've got Facebook messages coming through that tell me other things. So that's fine. Trying to actually see my Facebook at the same time is interesting. Tell me people are sharing stuff. That's cool. Okay, so I am recording this game as well to post up on the Facebook page, hopefully. And I'm still learning to do all this, so I should have to keep things up to date. Okay, so apparently I'm streaming on Twitch as well, which I was not even aware of. So that's really cool. I'm glad that's working. I would assume I'm following me because Jade2000 has just added me in following on Twitch, which is great. So yeah. So the two lists we have are, we have on the left hand side Callum. Callum Brown, some people may know him. He plays in Basingstoke quite often. We have then got running Tavison with Captain Phasma, Blackout with Fanatical, Quick Draw with Fanatical and Special Forces Gunner. What I do have to say is these points costs are all prior to the... Sorry, that's not true. The lists were written prior to the points change, but the points showing are the ones after. Okay, so please be aware that that is the case. So they're just setting up rocks. Callum obviously being player 1, which I shall put into the stream here so we know that and I don't get confused. Having seen this video myself, I do know that the players actually do get confused in one round and move things slightly out of order. I say slightly, quite a lot out of order, but that's not really too much of an issue. It doesn't really play a part in the game, but we'll get to that when it comes to it. So Phil GC just running through his list. So it is, what order have I got it on here? Let's have a look. We've got Poe Dameron with Heroic, R4 Astromech Integrated S-Foils, and I've put in a HLC. Now I can't remember if he actually has that. He's probably going to tell me I'm wrong. Eloatsi has got Heroic and Integrated S-Foils, and Nian Num has got just Heroic, Pattern Analyzer, the Integrated S-Foils, I believe. Okay. So, now, what I need to not do is change source, because if I do that, things will go all sorts of problems. But, that one should be done. Okay. Should be sorted. Okay. So, yeah, please do pop a few messages in chat. Let me see if the chat's working. That'd be great. I know that people can hear me, so that's fine. Let's see all messages. So please pop. so I can see that my messages are appearing on the chat, so that's good. So let's see, we got the guys just we have reset the video, it looks like, so we'll pop it around from the start, don't worry about it. So this is my first time doing a live commentary with the video running in the background, so apologies for the delay in it actually getting starting. I have no option to fast forward the video, so it will just have to be where it is at the moment. So they're just running through setup lists, etc. So again, Phil saying that Callum will be player 1. So if you've just joined me, hello, nice to see you. I can see a couple of more viewers coming on, that's good. We've got Phil GC versus Callum. Just running through the setup, going through the lists. The game was recorded 2 weeks ago on Saturday. I wish I could work out how to turn off notifications from Facebook right now because it keeps popping up in my ear. It's not very helpful. So once again, this is from Firestorm Cards in Basingstoke. Hopefully some views have been there. I cannot see who is viewing. But please do let me know you're there. Oh wait, yes I can. No I can't. So just placing out the second rock, Phil GC. I know Phil GC has played this list quite a bit. Obviously he was on the Firestorm Squadron Firecast a couple of weeks previous to this, so I did see his list. It was where we told him how ridiculously good Pattern Analyzer is, that you can still go over a lock with Neonum and perform an action as long as it's a red maneuver. Then if there is an enemy ship in arc at range 0 to 1, you can clear your stress and then have your normal action, because that's just how broken he is. Seems perfectly fair to me. I think I am going to have to mute that chat because it keeps popping up in my ear. Mute. For a while. There you go. Good. Dom did post in the Firestorm chat onto the YouTube page. Thank you very much, Dom. The bizarre thing is it came up as the Firestorm Squadron Firecast, of course, because you're an admin. So that's fine. At least I know it's working from somewhere. So Phil GC seems to have a bit of a plan with these rocks. He doesn't seem to want them taking too much part in the game. Put them all on one side, just to limit where that upsilon can go. It seems to make a lot of sense for me. And Phil obviously quite happy for the Upsilon to be out in that open space where things like Elo's Talon Roll, Neon Numb and his silly abilities of crazy 4K and still do actions is perfectly good for him. Right, I do have the game audio in my ears, so if I go quiet for a minute it's just because I'm trying to listen to what's going on, so I do apologise. So Dan Fluid, our resident TO in Firestorm Cards, just starting the timer. Generally speaking, games of Phil GC do not run to time anyway, so not much of an issue if the guys haven't fully set up. Some of the other guys I can hear in the background are already playing, so that's fine. So we have got Tavson up towards the top left of the screen. I'm pretty sure Elo Atsin is up on the right. And you got Nien Num and Poe down the bottom. The bottom X-Wing is Poe. Quick draw obviously in the middle of the screen on your left hand side. Lining out. Okay, so you can make this a little bit easier for me. Alright guys, please do pop something in chat, just say hello. I can see you've got a few people viewing, it'd be nice to hear from you. Any questions about the list, anything that's going on. If you just joined us, this is a recording of a game from I want to say 2 weeks ago, I can't remember the actual date. 19th, possibly? No idea, maths is terrible. There we go. Hello Mr. Christie. Yeah, this is a recording of a game from the 19th of January in Firestorm Cards. This is round 2. Round 1 is already up on the YouTube channel, which was Phil Pond versus James. I keep forgetting his surname, but a really good bomber list, which I really like. I've kind of started now flying it. And then, obviously, Phil GC, his 4th round game versus James Firth is up. No, Jim Firth, sorry, is already up on the YouTube channel as well and our Facebook page. So please do share the post, like it, keeps me going. That's some things. Also, slight caveat: if I do need to run away for a moment in case my son wakes up because he is fast asleep upstairs, I shall have to do that. But it should be okay. He's pretty conked out. He's had a very busy day. So they're just setting the dials and getting off for turn 1. And Callum is a very meticulous player. Just take his time and try and plan his maneuvers. So dials do take time sometimes, but that's quite alright. They have 75 minutes to do what they want and get it sorted. Obviously there can be things as slow play, but it's very different between. There's quite a difference between slow play and calculating play, but it's something sometimes new players do need to be aware of. Callum seems quite happy in that top edge of the board with those 2 ships just moving forward. And Phil GC doing the classic Rebel 1 forward. Putting himself in a position to get out of there with Elo if he needs to. And then this is Nien Num coming up from the bottom. Dom doesn't have his own YouTube, so that's why he's posting up a Smartcast. That makes sense. Can you just let me know that there is no game audio coming out? That would be quite useful, because I do want to make sure that that isn't happening. There should be just me. I'm pretty sure that's the case, but I just want to make sure. So yeah, a few clicks and mouse buttons from me, sorry, apologise for that. I'm sure you can hear me, Adrian. I just want to make sure that it's only me you hear. There shouldn't be any other sound coming through. I'm glad you can hear me clear though, that's good. Good, thank you very much. Mr. Fagan, Osiris Era, how you doing? Thank you very much. Nice to see you. Thank you, Adrian. Okay, so oh yeah, so I will do. Dom's reminding me of something. That's good. I am currently at home, but this is a game recorded from Firestorm Cards a couple of weeks ago. There is an event this Sunday at Firestorm Cards starting at 12 o'clock midday. I believe it is a hyperspace format. I'm not 100% sure. Because I wasn't going to be able to go, I didn't have a quick massive look myself. But if somebody who is on there who knows what it is can post in the chat the link, that'd be fine. And you can hear the tip tap of my dog running around the kitchen. Adrian, you were actually there on the day this was recorded. Okay, so Tavison moving in towards the centre of the board, trying to get a bit of a position to open up some fire lanes, maybe on Eloati at the top. With Blackout coming around the corner as well. Who's typing? Me, I'm in front of my keyboard. The game is not live, just the commentary, if that makes more sense. I did think when I saw this was an interesting move from Quick Draw to put himself flat there when you've got the two of the T70s coming in from the bottom. So Callum doesn't seem particularly happy with his position himself. Not sure whether he wants to focus or roll to try and get a better angle. So it's just debating whether to barrel roll to try and get some more arc. So Poe doing the boost, and then going to use his ability, which allows him to do another action and then take a stress. Seems to be a sensible thing to do. And during this game, because this game was recorded and I did ask the guys to tell me what they were doing, they do somewhat take the piss a little bit. X-Wing Junkies, hello, that's a name I recognise. How you doing? So we've got a lock from Poe. Gets 2 hits. Oh, that's the wrong way around. But it's 2 hits, 1 evade. No damage, because he spends the evade token. There you go. So thumbs up to say, yes, we are going to take the piss. We'll keep going. It's not much warmer in Basingstoke. In fact, it's probably just a bit wetter. I'm trying my best. I know you guys do a great job. I've seen quite a few bits of yours, so keep it up. So Callum seems to be in a bit of an awkward position here because he's got Elo facing away now. Elo's top right of the screen is quite comfortable just to obviously do a talon roll in either direction. You got Neen coming in with Poe on the bottom half of your screen, and Callum here is trying to work out where can Blackout get to get the optimal shot for the next turn, along with Tavison just to keep him out of the way. Ooh, that looks properly cold. Yeah, no, I don't like that. I don't understand those numbers though. We deal in. Wait a minute. Minus 40 centigrade, I'm guessing. Not Celsius, because that'd be proper cold. Still proper cold anyway. Callum is actually watching. Fantastic. It was not your best positioning, Callum. I'm glad you're here though. It's really cool. I think I would have stayed back a little bit more quick draw and tried to get a bit more of an angle, maybe line them up. I'm going to say that was very cold in Fahrenheit. Okay. I assumed as much. No, Callum is a very, very good player and does get his opening right, but this is why he takes his time with his dials. Don't spoil it, Callum! We know. As I mentioned at the top of the stream, for those of you who weren't watching, there is a moment when Callum and Phil do get a little bit confused as to the order of ships, and that happens in, I think it's the turn after this. There's some interesting choices here as well. It's very weird having you there, Callum, to watch me do the commentary. But guys, for those of you who are watching, if you do like what we're doing and do like we're trying to get on every second week, just so happens that I have an extra Friday to do this tonight. Please do like the Facebook page, like our YouTube page, share it along your friends, see what they think. Also, for anyone in the UK or anyone visiting the UK, if you would like to appear on the stream, just drop us a message through the Facebook page, and we can try and get you on, try and organise a time to do that. Obviously, we've had a couple of visitors now. We've had Phil GC on a couple of weeks back. We had my brain's just gone. Death Rain. Charles Burkhold was on last weekend, so his games are already up on YouTube. So please get in touch with us. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. We're trying to do as much as we can to get out there. So Callum deciding on what his action is going to be, whether to coordinate or reinforce. Personally, here I would have gone for the reinforce, but I think Callum knows that Phil GC he has gone for the reinforce. That's fine. It's the next round I'm thinking of. So I do see private messages coming in, so I can't reply right now, but that's cool. Let me see. So obviously doing his talent roll, focus at the top for Elo. Enjoy Battlestar Galactica Fago. It's a very, very good game. I have it. I love it. So Pope, Nian just boosting out of arc there, trying to stay out of the way. Not wanting to be shot range 1 from Tavison. Can't imagine why. And quick draw. Now I thought this was an interesting move from quick draw, knowing that probably Nian was going to come in and try and get out of the way, get out of those arcs. I probably would have done the 2 hard with quick draw, because I didn't think where else they go. Would have given you maybe a better arc. Shit around. Obviously, you do have the rear arc to rotate. Cool. FLGC doing the 2 bank. Just Poe not want to be shot either. Clearly feeling that if Callum did turn quick draw around onto him along with Tavison, it could have been a bit of trouble, so just kind of get out of there. And then boosting for position. Seems to make sense. So Nian range 1. Into Nian range 1, sorry. So it's 2 shields off of Nian. Nope, I've already taken the 2 shields off of Nian, apparently, from when I was doing the overlay earlier. So he just started the game, so we're all up to date now, so that's fine. Yeah. It's a very straightforward tactics and the only shots of the game, so this is where it all starts to get interesting. I'm not sure what I would be doing in Phil's position with Elo right here, but I know he's well used to flying that ship. For me on Callum's side, I think I would probably try and turn all guns on Elo, knowing that the other two have to turn around and try and get after you. And potentially just the one forward with Tavison focused lock, I think would have been my thing. And just a 2 bank with blackout at the top of the screen there. These are beautiful painted ships, by the way, particularly from Callum's. And if you ever get a chance to meet them, have a look at them in person. They're really pretty. I believe they're on Phil GC's blog, which is such an X-wing hipster, which you can find online. So you guys in the chat, what are you looking forward to? You've got the new factions coming out. We've just seen the new article drop for the Republic with the Naboo Starfighter. You've got the Falcon coming out new, the B-Wing, all that new stuff just dropped today. It looks really cool. Young Anakin in his Naboo Starfighter, I think, just looks like a bit of fun. Seems like he might have one force charge. Don't know. So Callum really struggling with his dials here as to what position to be in. Really not happy about having 2 X-Wings sat behind him. 2 T-70s. Elo coming in the front, still putting that thread on. T-70 is just so good with the new updates. Yes, Adrian, you do need to play some more. Those B-Wings, they do look really pretty. We discovered it used to be a case of we would have to buy cardboard for ships. Now we've gone past the initial burst. Obviously we need to buy ships and just don't care about the cardboard. Keep working on it, Adrian. We'll get you a game. We'll get you there. So what do you think of the positions here? What would we be doing? Yep, new B-Wings. They're very pretty. It's got Naboo Starfighter for the bits. I shall drop you the link in a bit, Adrian. Callum's really struggling over his position as to what to do. Callum, are you still there? Are you still in the chat? Because if you are, I'd love to know what your thoughts were at this point. Because you and I both know what you do next. So I'd love to know what you were thinking of doing when you set these dials. What I need to do is go to this, move this, there, that's better. Okay, that's a really interesting point, Callum. So because Phil has changed his strategy so much and how he played the list, I mean, he had done from when he played on the stream the previous weeks as well. It was kind of, it's a difficult thing to do when you kind of expect somebody to do one thing because they've done it so many times. and then to see that he flies them completely differently to how he used to, I can see how that would catch you out a little bit. So unfortunately the coordinated barrel roll to quick draw does just block Blackout, which obviously puts him in a difficult position. And Ella does a 4 forward up the top. Yeah, quite correct. Phil GC is known for being quite an aggressive player, getting those shots turn 1, turn 2 sort of thing. But it almost seems like he's been learning in the God knows how many games that he's been playing over the years. And this is where the guys got the order of things a little bit mixed up, but it's not really of major consequence, with quick draw coming away from the fight, trying to get in behind Aloatsi. So because he barrel rolled already, he can't barrel roll again, but takes a lock on Nian. So, two guys debating whether it was a good turn or not. Obviously Phil saying it was, Callum not so sure. So power with 3 dice into Blackout. 2 hits. Oh, wrong way again. So it's 2 hits and no evades. So 2 shields on Blackout. There we go. Overlay catching up now, as I say. I did try and do the overlay before the game, but I had a bit of a technical issue and didn't have time to do it from scratch. So again, Tavison in a difficult position for Callum to get him turned around again. That's what I find about the Upsilon. Once he does go past, you can thinking, well, what do I do with him now? Got Blackout, not too bad. Has lost his shields, but that just upgrades Fanatical. So I don't know if this works. Let's see. Fanatical. There you go. Pops up on the screen. Should pop up on the screen. Yeah. But when you perform a primary attack, if you are not shielded, you may change one eyeball result to a hit. There you go. So he does have that on Blackout, which is kind of useful. Nice passive mod to have. But obviously I would prefer to have a focus and lock. That's what Tavison I think is great for giving, to have that extra action economy. Now from here is where I start to forget what had happened, which I guess is kind of good for commentating. But I expect quick draw to obviously come round. Blackout is possibly just going to bug out. With the 2 T70s being able to turn around, get guns on him pretty quickly if he's not careful. And Elo still threatening from the top of the map on the right hand side. What I will be able to do in future, of not quite organised just at the minute, is I will be able to number the ships. I have discovered a way of doing that so to keep track of who's where. Also, we did notice that there was an accidental flip of S-foils somewhere during the game, but it didn't play a part in the battle at all. So the ships that are coming up, just while the set dials and getting this going, I am certainly most interested in the Sith Infiltrator. And Darth Maul's one of my favourite characters, and the ship I just think was always cool when I saw it. So I'm very happy about that. And Naboo Starfighter might have enticed one, maybe two of my friends to get into X-Wing for the first, well, one for the first time, one hopefully coming back. That'd be good. So yeah, Tavison just coming around the board to coordinate the focus onto Blackout. And Blackout doing the 3 bank to try and get himself to a position where the T-70s can't turn on him too quickly. So guys, again, if you haven't already, if you search on Facebook Firestorm Squadron Firecast, you'll find posts from us and updates of when we're going live, things like that. And also, again, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel and get those notifications. You'll get notified when we pop up online. Generally doing it every second Friday. This is an extra Friday because I haven't done this this weekend and he's in bed asleep, so I get to do some commentary for some games that we recorded a couple of weeks ago. And if you did want to appear on the channel, please do drop us a line, give us a shout. It'd be great to hear from you, and we'd love to have you on. We love to meet people, love to chat, just play games. Doesn't have to be competitive, could just be a bit of fun. So pattern analyzer with Neon Num takes a lock and then gets to do his action as a focus. Good evening, Docking Bay 94. How you doing? Where are you watching from then? I'm a bit unsure as to who is typing as Firestorm Squadron right now. I think it's Dom. Ah, Mr. Bond, hello. So power quick draw. 3 hits. So loses 1 shield on quick draw, but no shot return. So Neon Num range 3. Just the 1 hit. Oh, wrong number. And he blanks out. So 1 damage onto Blackout. So Neon range 3. 2 hits. And all of loads of many evades. So not taking any damage there, luckily. So Blackout's still handed by two T-70s. Yeah, you go ahead and guess those moves. I have seen the video a couple times and I tend to remember a couple of them, but yeah, would love to know what you're thinking. You've got Neon Num at the top left, you've got Poe is the one in the middle, I believe, and Elo is the one at the bottom for the T-70s. And then obviously quick draw Tavison on Blackout from right to left. I'm pretty sure Tavin's going to do it too hard. There's not many other options. Unless he wants to 1 bank and reinforce, but there's danger of a flanking position there. Oh, you want me to guess the moves? I've seen the video. This is actually a recording from a couple of weeks ago, Nick. But so it's more interesting for you guys to guess the moves and see what you think. And I'm pretty sure Phil GC doesn't have a HLC in this list, by the way. I may have got that wrong. Yeah, guessing when you already know is kind of cheating. It's not that good though. No HLC. I didn't think so. Cool. I've got that wrong. I'm not going to do anything about it now. It's fine. Annoyingly, it still puts him loads under points in the new system, even if he did have it. So yeah, good too hard from Tavison. And Blackout deciding he wants no part of this. Just trying to get out of there. takes the focus, and then with the ability of the thanks Callum, with the ability of the silencer does the boost, regains the stress. And the focus link barrel roll using the S-foils takes the stress. He was going to get one anyway, so it's kind of largely irrelevant. Then we've got Phil's saying it's Elo at the top of the screen. I may have got mixed up as to who's who, but that's fine. I'm pretty sure that's needing taking a focus. Yeah, and then Poe in the middle of the board. Quickdraw doing the relatively predictable too hard, still the right move. And taking the focus. And Poe coming around on that T7 on Tavison as well, sorry. Just avoiding the rock. That's all the practice Phil GC has of flying this list. And takes a focus and lock with Poe. He's already got the lock, so taking the focus and the stress for his ability. I do love this T70 list. The amount of action economy is stupid. Phil try and cheat and get range 3. No, gets range 2. So 2 hits. And gets 1 evade. And Phil says that's Elo. Can everyone check that for me? Do they know? I can adjust it later. Range 2 into Tupson with 3 hits. So reinforced takes 2 on Tavison. And Ninum gets hit correct. Gets 1 hit and takes 1 damage to grant him a lock. And Ian's got 2 health left, so I have been getting something wrong. Oh no. Yeah, I missed 1 damage on Ian. There we go. And it is Elo at the front. I did notice the error run game. I haven't had a chance to look into it just yet. It's probably not something I get into. I've got enough games going and enough things that I want to play at the minute, which I'm quite enjoying. But we shall see. So Blackout seems to be a little bit out on his own. Needs to probably get in and do a bit of something, despite being horrendously damaged. Phil seems very much in control of the game at the minute. But he has been flying these T70s particularly well. It is the one problem I find with the Upsilon. As I said, it's just trying to get the guns on, trying to get them in the right position. It can just be a bit difficult. Just realising I forgot the stress from posability. Just trying to work out what I would do in Callum's position. I think quick draw's got to get in and do something, so I wonder if it was me, would I just probably stop with the shuttle here? I know it gives me the stress, but you're gonna have probably the 4K from Elo over the shuttle. I say shuttle, you know what I mean. So I think I would be still do the 2 bank with blackout, come round, try and get the lock, and quick draw, try and follow Poe down on the right hand side. Maybe generally my plan, try and cover, because the shuttle stays where he is, he might be able to block up some stuff, but don't know whether if LGC sees it coming. For anyone who has just joined us, there is an event in Firestorm Cards. Try to say that again. There is an event in Firestorm Cards on Sunday at midday. I believe it's a hyperspace format. I will be popping in to say hello. Unfortunately, I won't be able to play because I'm not free until after 2. But it'll be great to see some friendly faces, have a bit of a chat. Which list is that, Nick? The T70s. Cool. Answered my question probably before you knew it was coming. Yeah, it's a really, really good list. Really is. Callum was hoping to take the damage on the rock and didn't take any, because it would have given him an action. Black Egg around taking a focus. Roll to try and stay out of range and try and have those extra green dice just to stay alive for a minute. Hera and Han. And Phil's showing the new 2.0 version of Phil, which is discretion is the better part of valor. Yeah, I think Elusive and Ian is really good, because he's doing red maneuvers anyway, gives him that extra thing, but I don't know. 2 big ships even with the points change, not sure. Unless it's Ray Edon has been doing alright for me, but we've got to see. I think the James's list from round 1, if you haven't seen that, that's a really, really good list. It's now 200 points. It's got Bastion T70, LO, no sorry, not LO, Bastion T70, it's got Lula Lampar and Venny the bomber. That's a good list. Really enjoying it, but I'm not as good as flying it as Dom is, just learning to fly it at the moment. So Paul closing his S4 is trying to come round, maybe? Where's Poe going? Yeah. Power roll in beside quick draw. And taking the lock on quick draw. So quick draw into Nian. Hit focus, I think. So rolls with a heroic. Chris Morrell, pay attention. Actually don't know if he took damage there. So Callum takes 1 damage on quick draw from there, loses a single shield. Sighting of the dice rolls up. And blanks out in the attack. Back to Dials. I think you're going to have, yeah, more and more swarms coming out. With the droids coming out, definitely going to be a swarm style list. The Mining Guild tie, Alex Burt has been flying the Mining Guild tie Swarm at the minute, and it's really good. The Bomber is a fair shout against it. I played it on Wednesday night. I made a bit of an error with one of my maneuvers, which cost me dearly, and it could have been quite a different game. Still managed to do some decent damage to it. Still a close game. All my games with Alex Bird have been fantastically close. To every game we've played in the last 6 months to a year, I think, have been pretty close, so it's really good. But yeah, the options you get with that Lulo Veni Bastion list is just quite useful. So I'm really in a tough spot with the damage on his ships. I think I've got the damage right at the minute. Yeah, just clearing up tokens there, realizing Elo is not stressed, so he has options to reposition. Elo, well, either way, Elo could still, if he's not, I don't know. Need to check Elo's ability whether he can do the talon roll even if he's stressed. So I think this turn here for Cams is a big one. If you can try and get some damage on the T70s without losing too much more on quick draw, and without losing blackout, I think he's into a fair shout. But it's tough. Phil's been flying this so very well lately. Callum again, just trying to get the upslode around and might keep it relevant. It's just so hard to do with that dial. That big base doesn't want to turn around. I missed the all engine upgrade. That guy just take it to focus. And the beast. Probably trying to get that trick shot to trigger. Not the trick shot, but his ability, I should say. I'm just realizing, pointing out rather, I should say, that it's really difficult for him moving first to try and adapt to where the T70s can be. They're so maneuverable, so positional with their abilities that they've got. Elo being able to do the white talon rolls, Nian Num being able to have the extra action when he does a talon roll because of the paralyzer and his ability. So good. And Poe obviously with his just built-in ability, being able to barrel roll boost if he wants to. Quick draw trying to predict where Poe would be is just such a difficult thing. And Poe is just saying, I'm not going to sit in range 1 of quick draw, so trying to boost round out of arc. Even just blackout shooting at him, who is probably going to get initiative killed. So 3 dice and no bullseye because his S4s are closed. 3 hits. Splinters evade. So lucky to live out there. Quick draw range 3 into Aloati. Spin the lock. Gets 3 hits. And Phil being Phil loses 1 shield on Aloati. Black it into Poe. It's 3 hits with Fanatical. And Poe takes 1 damage. Hello, range 2 into blackout. Yeah, he's got it. Just the one hit. And evades. And back to Dallas. Callum is very much started to see a fetal situation, I believe. Let's can't compete with their bid. Nope. No, with as I say, with the Upsilon just not being able to turn, not being able to get guns on, such a difficult position to be in. And even with the health on the T-70s, they can circle range 2 from that shuttle, from the Upsilon shuttle. And then they can just get behind it and stay there. They're so repositional, if that's even a word. So capable of repositioning, there we go, so I was trying to say. That they can just stay behind it forever. And Quick Draw and Blackout doing their best to stay in the fight. And Phil's done a really good job of kind of trading in and out these T-70s. Ella's only got one shield gone. So that's slow. Okay, just update that overlay. Yeah, maneuverable, that's another word. That works. But I mean, the dial isn't fantastic. It's okay. It's pretty middle of the road, I guess. But it's the ability to kind of dial in those maneuvers and then go, no, I'm going to be over there, or just be somewhere else. It's another predictable hard 2 from the Upsilon. Kind of just trying to cast that wind net and go, here is my arc. Please, please sit in it at some point. That'd be nice. We'll see whether Phil gives him that option. And coordinates the focus, I should say. I think he's going for 2 bank. Yeah. Just trying to jump past to a position where he knows the 4K isn't going to work at Talon Roll because of the stress. So deciding on his action because it was the focus he had from the coordinate. Yeah, let's get a boost round. It's so different to see Phil fly this way. I mean, for anyone who has seen his blog and anyone knows him, he is usually a point all guns at things and make them dead really quickly player. But he's evolved so much in the last year or so as to how he plays and doing his blog and analysing his own play. So I think it's a really good skill to be able to do. I really struggle with it. I struggle to look back and kind of work out what I did over a series of games. Individual games I can look at, but then trying to work out what should I do in every game, what was a mistake overall, is I find a difficult skill. But Phil seems to be hitting the nail on the head with his own flying here and working out what he's good at. His win ratio, again according to his blog, seems to be going up all the time. Whether that's just the lists or him analysing play, I'm pretty sure it's part of it, or a combination of both. Okay, so quick draw range into Nien. Nothing. It's got 4 dice into quick draw. 2 hits. Spends the evade token, takes 1 shield. Gets a range 1 shot. And all evaded. No idea what the actual dice were, but they're completely evaded. So range 3. Gets nothing. So I can certainly understand Callum's frustration here, that I can hear it, obviously through the audio. He's been in some decent positions and dice just haven't pulled out for him when they should. I mean, a range 1 shot with quick draw, you should get something through, with modified with a focus. Just unable to do so. So, does anybody call it too hard here with the Upsilon? I think I probably would. I don't know where else Poe's going to run away to. Callum is reiterating what we just said to to Phil himself, which is you're not just jousting. What's going on? You're flying them like proper aces. Don't understand. I certainly understand that philosophy. It's a great thing to see, and to be able to look back and look at somebody and go, you've changed your flying, you fly better. Even in the couple of weeks he's been flying the list. You can look at the games on the Firestorm Squadron Firecast YouTube page. We do have those Phil GC guest games up. Certainly give those a look. Blackout deciding he doesn't want to play with Poe just at the minute. So Ninum using his ability just to get all the actions in the world, because he can. I'm just trying to work out his action here. Trying to see if there's an arc. I think he's taking the evade. So Poe coming around on that left flank just for. So I was making a choice whether to go after Tavison or with Blackout facing the wrong way. Can he get a range 3 shot? I guess range 3. Quick Draw's arc is facing the wrong way, so couldn't get the shot. That's 3 hits, I believe. All the evades. And a range 2. Range 3, sorry. Range 3. 3 hits, because fill dice. Spend the focus takes nothing. Blackout lives another day. So range 1 shot from Nian. That's 3. Spends the evade. Takes 1. Tavison with the range 3. No, range 2, sorry. 1 crit goes through. Right. And that is a damaged engine on Nian, which is possibly the most hilarious one ever, because basically it just means his hard turns are red, which means pattern analyzer triggers, which means he gets another action when he does a hard 2. It's just stupid. But that's the way it works. That's why Nian's so many points. Although he should probably be more. Still a good ship. Then I'm starting to enjoy the T-70s more. Flying Bastion on Wednesday kind of made me feel like actually T-70s are kind of cool. Although I'm not sure I know how to use them properly yet, but I'll get there. Phil commenting in the audio there, this is the longest game he's probably played in ages. I think he's probably right, but I think he's probably playing better. Getting his maneuvers right, taking his time. There are certain lists that are obviously very good at getting that alpha damage out, just striking hard, striking fast. You're alright, Nick. Phil does choose the list. Phil does fly the list. So it's a good chunk of it, Phil. But I think the list kind of builds itself to a certain degree. So I think that certainly the skill of flying the list itself is definitely down to him. The dice are just, you need to have the right mods. So a lot of that is luck, and a good chunk is still choosing the right action. So he does get the block on Poe, keeping him there. So at least you won't get shot by him this turn. Yeah, and the Upsilon blocking the 4K. But Nian doesn't get the stress obviously because of his ability. And then Quick Draw sleeping out. And gets a stress. Oh, not Poe, blocked Elo, sorry, blackout. Sorry, they're talking about, Callum was quite surprised that Poe still has a lock because he never had to spend it because Phil just rolled Phil dice. Seems to be a thing. Yeah, Quick Draw gets a range 3 shot. It's 2 hits. And evaded. That's 3 hits, I think. 2 and a crit. Which is Blackhead dead. Callum mostly realizing the futility of the situation at the moment, which I can completely understand. He's had a few unlucky dice rolls, but Phil's position has just been really good this game. Just put Callum in a really hard spot. Just struggling to get any damage through onto Phil's list. A few dice that he has rolled that he's needed to for evades have been pretty good. But he's put himself in a really good position to not take shots and to avoid shots, avoid arcs. I think the Upsilon has only had 1 shot, maybe 2 in this game. Even Blackhead has struggled to get round and get into position. Callum understandably despondent to this point. So Towson gets the block. Then a red hard 2 from the Num. So Padanazza kicks in, gets the action. Taking a focus. Yep. And then with his ability clears the stress, and then in his perform action step can perform a boost. Which I thought was interesting because he already had a shot. So I'm not sure what I'm worried about it. I know he's worried about quick draw coming around. But I think with the angles quick draw had to go, I think quick draw was going to get a shot. So 1 hit from quick draw. 1 shield on Poe, I think. 2 hits from Poe. That doesn't go through. Hello range 2. This is where I'm struggling to keep up with dice because they're not announcing them so much anymore, but it's still alive. Never taken damage to that one. Okay. So can quick draw help pull this out? What do we reckon? I may have an interesting dilemma in a minute. I think the batteries on my mouse are dying. Timer's pretty close. They've got 10 minutes left in the round according to this. So I think again with quick draw so damaged, those dice not pulling out for Callum, such a difficult spot to be in. just clearing his stress, getting his repositions, making sure he doesn't kind of throw the game away at the last minute. So quick draw, gets 2 hits with Fanatical. Phil triggers Heroic, and takes no damage. Poe first luck for 3, and kills quick draw. Oh dear. Sad times. 3 T-70s versus an Upsilon shuttle. I'm pretty sure Phil's got in the bag. So there will be a few more rounds, so it's fine. But again, if you have liked this game, you have enjoyed watching, please do subscribe to the Firestorm Squadron Firecast channel. Go to the Facebook page, drop us a message, let us know what you like. It's just like the sharks are circling. That's LO, even with the stress, being able to do the white talon roll, as we discussed earlier. Keeps the stress, doesn't really care at this moment in time. Poe doing the hard 2, just coming in behind that Upsilon. And then I believe lock focus, I think. Or he has the lock, so it takes focus. So 3 damage going through. Elo gets nothing. So I am doing my best to try and keep up with the damage and the dice in this one, boys and girls. It's just a little bit difficult. I think with 5 minutes left, Callum's kind of decided, can't really do much here. Let's just try and make it a bit of fun. See if you can get one. So choose to reinforce the rear. I did miss a damage. Yeah, he has got disable power regulator on the Upsilon. The T-70 is just hounding that Upsilon. It's 4 hits. It takes 3. Gets a damage sensor ready. Takes 1. Due to Tavison's ability, Callum has an option to perform an action. So he jams away the lock because he can. And he gets another iron token. So it's his second iron token now, so he did definitely miss the damage power regulator. So if Callum's going to have the Epsilon escape, he needs to do a turn here and try and clear that regulator. all is said and done, Callum knows where it is, and he just wants to get himself killed. He's quite happy to just position himself. The upside is going to go away. He knows this. He's not worried. He's like, I will deny you the victory by submitting myself to defeat. So, one arc dodged. Haha! Hello was worried about hitting the rock, so decided to turn away. It is not going to have a shot. And Poe misses his arc. So Callum's... The guys are laughing at it, so Callum's decision of ending the game by having the ion token take him off the board, thus denying Phil his victory and just going out through his own shuttle. I think that's what's going to be. So guys, we can all see what's going to happen here. I am going to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you for being part of the stream. Thank you for keeping me company on this evening of recording. I will hopefully get the other game over the next few days. I am going to call it a night tonight. I've had a pretty busy week myself, but I just wanted to get this game up for you guys so you could see it. Please do go onto the Firestorm Squadron Firecast page, Facebook page, like, follow, subscribe, whatever it is you have to do. Same with the YouTube page, and I believe we're on Twitch. We do have a couple of followers on there, so I'm going to have a look and see what videos are up there. That would be great. And please do subscribe and let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from you guys. Please do send a message to the Facebook page and let us know any suggestions that you have, any thoughts. There you go. As I was saying, he was just going around and getting in position, Callum and Phil discussing it. So again, thank you very, very much. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please do let us know what your thoughts are. It'd be great to hear from you. And I'm going to end the stream there. So have a good evening all, have a good weekend. Hope to see some of you at Firestorm Cards on Sunday, 12 o'clock start. If you have a look at the Facebook page, there's occasionally an invite for breakfast, where we usually go to something like Weatherspoons on a Sunday in town in Basingstoke, meet up, but give us a shout. Okay, thank you very much, Nick Bond, and everyone else, Callum, anyone else who's listening, have a good night. Cheers, bye.